Yeah, this fucking team. Yeah. Time for tank season. Now, if y'all didn't know, I'm a Tampa Bay Rays fan, and I'm pissed at the way this team is going. I'm like for real pissed. You know, the ultimate goal is to win the fucking World Series. And guess what? This team can't do shit to try to get us over the top. How many arms did we sign? We're going to be the worst team in the AL East, possibly one of the worst teams in the AL this year. I don't want to hear that you're going to overperform. No, the fuck we aren't. No, we aren't. Guess what? We didn't. The coaches that I've been saying that should be fired, our hitting coach, our strength coach, some of the other coaches on the team, not named Kyle Snyder. I said they should have been fired. But not one of them got fired. Not a single coach got fired. And it doesn't help that the free agent, the big fish that you were going after, we didn't even need. Jacob deGrom. We don't need Jacob deGrom. We do not need him. We don't need arms. We need to get a bat. After the Evan Longoria thing, after the show with Evan Longoria, Eric, you gotta get fired. Eric Neander has to get fired. And he's still not fired. It blows my mind how he's not fired. I was giving him another chance, but he was on the hot seat. And he literally did nothing this offseason but sign a mid-Zach Eflin. Trash signing, by the way. Blows a lot of lead. He blows a lot of leads and gives up a lot of runs in big-time games. And we didn't need Zach Eflin. We already had a bullpen. We already had a starting rotation. We just need bats. And guess what? We didn't get a single bat. We kept our team around, which that is not the thing you need to do. You need to be aggressive. You need to go out there. You need to go get a big fish free agent. You need to spend money on a bat. I wanted Jose Abreu. But Chicago White Sox, I will forever hold a grudge against you for letting him go to the Astros. I will forever hold a grudge against you for letting him go to the Astros. And yes, I think this team is worse than Oakland. And because not a single coach has been fired, I can't believe I'm doing this. Kevin Cash, you're on the hot seat. You're on the hot seat. If the same shit happens this year and you get worse, which I'm fully expecting to get worse, because we're going to have the same shit happen last year, but it's going to be on a worse scale because guess what? We have to play the entire MLB. It's not like, okay, last year we lucked out. We played the NL Central, which sucked. We played the two worst divisions in baseball in the NL Central and AL Central. This time, we got to play the entire league. We got to play the three best teams in the MLB in the Astros, Braves, and Dodgers. We got to play the Mets, who are contenders. We got to play the Phillies, who just made it to the World Series and are still contenders. We got to play. Who else do we got to play? We got to play obviously we got to play the Yankees and the Blue Jays and the Orioles and the Red Sox. They're all better than us. People are saying you're not worse than the Red Sox. I'm like, yes, we are. At least the Red Sox tried to fix their problems. At least they tried. The Rays, however, we didn't even try to fix our problems. We didn't even try to fix our problems. I didn't even try. Kevin. At least you guys are a World Series contender. You guys are a World Series contender. And you still have a lot of guys on that team. Yeah, because you guys really want him that bad, and you're probably going to get him because that's the only logical place to get Ace for Ohtani. I think you guys are going to trade for him because the Angels don't want to lose him for nothing. So I think he's going to get traded. Then he gets a contract extension by the Dodgers. It's just like when Washington traded Max Scherzer and Trey Turner. That's what's going to happen. If the Dodgers get Ohtani, and I'm like, if you don't win the World Series with that team, plus Ohtani, then Dave Roberts needs to be fired. That's just how it is. Dave Roberts needs to be fired if you don't fire here. Oh my God. If you don't win a World Series with Ohtani, then Dave Roberts needs to be fired. That's just how it is. Kevin Cash is 1,000,000% on the hot seat. 1,000,000%. He didn't fire a single coach. When our hitting coach should have been fired, we missed out on Freddie Freeman. And I'm kind of glad we did because Freddie Freeman would have sucked here. Because guess what? We have the worst hitting coach in the league. Yeah, and one of them is going to get traded. Yeah, but I'm willing to give Dave Roberts another chance. He sucks. If he does the same thing again, then yeah, you need to fire him. But if y'all get but he's on the hot seat. Dave Roberts is on the hot seat. But if he wins the World Series again, then his job is secure. He'll be fine. He'll keep his job. The Rays, however, at most, we're winning a very nice 69 games. Very nice. People giving us 70 wins and having us making the playoffs, that's too generous for this team. What people don't understand, we didn't get a bat. We need bats. And we don't have any bats. Other than maybe Randy Arozarena and Wander Franco for like 50 games. Don't get me wrong. I love Wander Franco, but that dude got injured so much last year. Really, it was just Randy Arozarena carrying our offense. We have a huge void at first base. Our outfield just sucks. Our outfield just flat out sucks. Our infield is straight up just wander. People ask me, what about Brandon Lau? I'm like, one, he's really injury prone. And two, Brandon Lau is very hit or miss. You're either going to have a really good hitting with Brandon Lau, or you're going to, or he's going to have like 50 strikeouts in a single month and hit like under 200. Very hit or miss. And well, I think we got better at catcher. I think that's the only part we got better at was catcher. Because Mike Zunino sucks. Kieran Myers sucks. But this team, we're going to suck. That's all there is to it. This team's going to suck. Going to be one of the worst teams in the MLB this year. We're tanking. But even then, that's not an option because of the draft lottery. It punishes tanking teams. Honestly, I don't mind it because I don't like it when teams tank. Because when you're losing in the worst ways possible, you're just deliberately showing that you just want to suck. Yeah, you guys are the worst team in the league. You guys are the worst team in the league. Like, the Reds are going to be the worst team. The Rays ain't too far behind, though. The Rays ain't too far behind. See, and that's why I tell everyone, all I have is the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's it. That's it. All I have is the Lightning. I mean, OU football is rebuilding. Second team is Notre Dame. And what if I had a second college team? It's Notre Dame for football. They're overrated. Like, I hope Reese leaves, because now you won't have like 5 consecutive pass plays at the goal line and just kick a field goal. That's what I see with Tommy Reese. When they get to the goal line, when one run doesn't work, they start passing. And I don't like it. You use the run to set up the pass. Because when you're just running the ball, they're going to commit to stacking the box. Then you start throwing the ball. But it's ridiculous how he throws immediately after the run doesn't work. Just, I don't get this team. I seriously don't. We're going to be back to being what we normally are, the basement of the entire AL East. We're going to be in the basement. We're going to be one of the worst teams in the league. Now, people ask me, Spurs have a good future. Yeah, but I don't want Victor Wembanyama. I'm one of the only Spurs fans who does not want Victor Wembanyama. I don't want him. Why? He's built like Chet. He's just a more athletic Chet. That's all I see Victor, a more athletic Chet. Get Scoot. Not could be, they will be. They will be. Trust me, Jared, they will be. I don't know either. The Reds are literally the Rays of the NL. The Reds are literally the Rays of the NL. That's what they are. The Reds are never aggressive. Just like the Rays were never aggressive. Now, we always go after one big fish. And oftentimes, we're stupid with going after said big fish. Last year, we were smart for going after Freddie Freeman. We need a bat. We didn't get Freddie Freeman. Oh well, we were aggressive. We actually tried. We gave him an offer. We gave him a big offer. Get rid of Eric and Kevin Cash. This is the last chance I'm giving you. I was a Kevin Cash defender for a few years, but this is the last chance I'm giving you. You can't give the injury excuse because this team made the playoffs, and it's the way we lost in the playoffs caused me. We need some coaches fired. People don't get this. Whenever I talk about the Rays, even most other Rays fans have agreed with me. Eric needs to be fired. Eric needs to be fired. And he hasn't been fired yet. I'm still mad that he's not fired. Still mad. There's like nothing good to watch about this team. Outside of Randy Arozarena, there's nothing to watch. And I'm calling it, he's getting traded this year. Every time the Rays have a star player, he gets traded. They trade him. Try to get value out of him. Oftentimes they completely whiff on the trade. Like they whiffed on the Meadows trade. I think they kind of whiffed on the Glasnow and Meadows trade because Meadows had that one good run. Unfortunately, he caught COVID and then he fell off. He fell off. Glasnow, let's see how he does for a full season. Isn't now that he's coming back from Tommy John surgery. Let's see how he does. If he struggles and it continues, then he'll probably get moved. Glasnow will probably get moved anyway. Now, Shane McClanahan got injured a few times this year. Like, he was injured quite a few times this year. And yeah. I'll try to go to opening day with a friend of mine because, the Tigers come to town and I got to see Miguel Cabrera because this is literally his last season. I want our hitting coach fired. I want our strength coach fired. I want Eric Neander fired. Kevin Cash is getting one more chance. Hell, I'll even give Kyle Snyder one more chance. Kevin Cash and Kyle Snyder are both on the hot seat. They're both on the hot seat. I was strongly considering giving Kevin Cash another chance after this year. But after I see not a single coach got fired, this is the last chance. And Kyle Snyder, with the way your pitchers have been coming off injuries, and well, we've had some really bad pitchers like Chris Archer. Like, he was not good with this team. We tried trading him so many times, and we traded him to the Pirates. I think half of that trade we whiffed on because Meadows sucked after 2019. Like, he was horrible. God. I have said time after time after time again, if you get a hitter, you better have a good hitting coach, or else he's gonna suck. Because we have some good hitters. It's only just Rosarena and Franco for like 50 games. But when Franco plays, he still plays good. Brandon Lau, however, he's hit or miss. Brandon Lau is very hit or miss. The hitting in the playoffs was abysmal against Cleveland. Cleveland, who has literally just Shane Bieber in a good bullpen. And guess what? Our hitting coach did not get fired. Oh yeah, guys, it's gonna be the front office is like, oh guys, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be just fine. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be just fine. It's gonna be just fine. No, it won't. No, it won't. No, it won't. And you're gonna be playing every single team. So you're gonna be playing the three best. You might be playing the four best teams in baseball. Because the Yankees or the Blue Jays, depending on who you ask, they're the fourth. They're the fourth best team. The Mets are fifth. The Phillies are sixth. You also got to play the San Diego Padres. You got to play the St. Louis Cardinals, who are still a good baseball team, even though they weren't that good last year. As much as I like the Cardinals, because nah, he already said this is his last year, and he's staying with Detroit. I love Miggy. I would love to have him, but at the same time, no. No, I do not. No, I do not. He sucks. He's only a good defender. Other than that, it's easy to predict Mike Zunino. He's going to either hit a home run or he's going to strike out. There's no in between. There's no in between. Literally the catcher version of Kyle Schwarber. He's just Gary Sanchez, but a bit of a better defender. The three biggest clown shows this year in baseball, probably going to be the three worst teams in the league. Yes, I'm reaching with one of them. The Angels are the team I'm reaching with. The Reds will be the worst team, and the Rays will be the third worst. This team sucks. This team just sucks. This team just sucks. In Cleveland, they don't have many hitters, too. They have Steven Kwan, Oscar Mercado, and Jose Ramirez, who probably should win an MVP at least once. Because Jose Ramirez is really good. Jose Ramirez is really, really good. That's the thing. He's, like, really good. I love how people are grading the Rays offseason to a B, and I'm like, really? Really? I tell them, dude, you're wrong. I respect your opinion, but dude, you're wrong. And here's why. We did nothing in the offseason. We only got an arm, and we didn't need arms. If you know shit about the Rays, then you know this team needs a bat more than anything else. We didn't get that said bat. We decided to go get an arm. We decided to go get arms. We don't need arms. That's why I put us in an F tanking tier, because we're going to be tanking. Because guess what? More of the same, if not worse, is going to happen this season. The same shit from last year, it's going to be worse next year, this season actually, because guess what? We play the whole league. We kept the same team, except we added Zach Eflin. We did lose some pieces. I won't miss Kiermaier. I won't miss Anino. I'm going to miss Choi. Because, granted, G-Man Choi is inconsistent as hell with his hitting. He can hit in crunch time. This year proved how much of a fraud our hitting coach is. This past season proved that our hitting coach is a fraud and should have been fired. Didn't get fired. Strength coach. We were the most injured team in the league. Somehow we still made the playoffs. Guess what? He didn't get fired. We did nothing in the offseason. Guess what? Eric Neander's still here. It applauds me. And Kevin Cash is on the hot seat. Kevin Cash, you're on the hot seat. This is the last chance I'm giving you. There's a reason why I have us going 52 and 110. There's a reason why. This team sucks. This team sucks. It's only getting worse. Things are only getting worse before they're getting better. Literally, they're only getting worse. Things aren't getting better with this team. I want to get rid of these damn coaches outside of Kyle Snyder, but this is his last chance. All these injuries, that's also kind of on him with the pitchers. The hitting coach should have been gone. I've been calling for him to get fired. Not fired. Kevin Cash is on the hot seat. We need full-blown bats. We have arms. We have plenty of them. We don't need arms. We need bats. I don't know why the Rays value defensive players and just purely defensive players. I don't know. Because guess what? This team is still going nowhere. There's nothing to look forward to about this team. And I mean nothing. Look at how bad, bad this team has gotten. In just one offseason. Just look. All we have is just Randy Rosarena, and for 60-something games, Wander Franco. And people were saying the Rays are just building for the future. That's what they do. I'm like, dude, no. That's not going to win you a World Series. Because they don't do it the right way. People were saying, what about the Astros and Dodgers? I'm like, they did it the right way. So did the Braves. You're being too generous, Bondy. You're being too generous. You're being too generous. You're being way too nice. At most, we're getting 69 wins. By the way, 69 wins is very nice. I have the Yankees. Literally, it doesn't matter between the Jays and the Yankees. Both of them are going to make the playoffs. I can also see that, but I think that's going to be Anaheim's record. People call me crazy because they have Trout and Ohtani. They're not winning period 50 games. Trout and Ohtani don't make their whole team. Guess what? Whenever a player coming off a good season goes there, he starts sucking. Perfect example, Anthony Rendon. What has he done since then? Constantly get hurt and be a liability. He has. He just hasn't won a postseason game. Oh, and by the way, Art Moreno is still their owner. So the Angels are fucked. They're going to keep sucking. They're going to go 50-112. And the MLB is going to hold a vote to get their owner out after the season. Because they're not going to do it mid-season. Because then there'd be so much drama involving the Angels. And I don't think the Angels want that. I don't think the Angels want drama. But at the same time, that team sucks. Literally, it's just Trout and Ohtani and a bunch of mid players. I already know Tyler Anderson is going to suck there. Pitchers suck when they go to Anaheim. The Angels, everyone calls me a bold picker or an idiot for saying the Angels are going to be worse than Oakland, because I think they are worse than Oakland. Because it's ridiculous how people say Oakland's the worst. Oakland's not the worst team. Everyone does it based on off seasons. The worst off seasons by far: Angels, Reds, A's, Rays, White Sox. White Sox are going to be down there as one of the worst teams in the league. By the way, White Sox, you can go fuck yourself. I hope you guys lose 110, 120 games this year, because you let the Astros sign Jose Abreu instead of matching what they offered. You decided to let him go there. You decided to let him walk instead of actually matching what they offered. But no, you let him go to the Astros, so fuck you guys. I hope you guys suck forever. I now hold a personal grudge against you for letting Jose Abreu go to Houston. I'm telling you, there's nothing to look forward to about the Rays if you're a Rays fan. You can't even look forward to the future because Who knows what's going to happen in the future? Who knows? I definitely know more of the same shit because this team does the same shit year in and year out. I, I was like, last year might be the last chance. Well, I was right. This team is going to be horrible. This team is going to be horrible. Like they're like they're gonna be really, 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 really bad. Anyways, I'll head out. Um, fire Eric Neander. Fire the coaches. Kevin Cash, you're on the hot seat. This team is a joke. This team is gonna be horrible. I'm gone. Peace.